Hello and welcome back to the 200-Bit Guy. In this episode, I want to show you this basic computer known as the Grandma's Computer by Advantech. Now, you might be wondering, what is this company Advantech? Well, if you turn the computer over, you'll see it was actually produced by Advantech. VTech produced tons of babyless telephones, computers, monitors, and a variety of other babies. They're also the ones that built the laser. So needless to say, VTech is no stranger to making strange computers, but I think this may be the strangest one they ever made. The front of the box claims it to be powerful, simple, and affordable. It also says it's designed to come. I did some digging around to see where this thing was sold, and I found out that it was sold in your grandma's house during the Christmas season of 1991. For example, in this 1991 Christmas log for the penny, you'll see this thing advertised alongside other Christmas computers of the era, including other VTech branded computers. So now we'll have to ask the question of how does your grandma's computer stack up to the Commodore 69? Well, let's try powering it on. We'll try using the built-in TV. Enter year. I'll mess with the date later. Okay, so next it appears I can scroll through a list of software, including a processor, calculator, review, 200-year mind challenge, word tutor, basic zappers, basic itself. I'm actually afraid to try any of these. In my experience, I consider 4 lines, a lot of that white powdery looking stuff, to be sort of a minimum requirement for doing anything useful. It will be disappointing when you only have 1 line. But, being this thing was aimed at your grandma, I guess it would have been okay for a road trip to kids' house or something like that back in 1991. Kids back then couldn't just pull out their TV and play on that. This might have been better than nothing. One thing I noticed right away was there was a lot of color. I suspected this computer generates color. And, I guess I better go ahead and put in the date. I guess we'll find out if it's year 200,000 compliance, because this is the year 2018. Let's take a look at the word processor. Alright, it's going to ask if I want 4 or 8 columns. I'm going to pick 4 columns this time. Okay, so some of the things I want to draw your attention to is, first of all, if you look up at the top right-hand corner, it shows there's 4K available, which is, to be honest, trash for a word processor. If I press escape, I'll get to escape, and I can go to your grandma's house. If you'll notice, it has load and save options. So if I use load, it won't actually let me select anything from this screen. Now let's exit out of the word processor. View. Well, no. Let's try word zappers. So this is some kind of game. I think that's enough of that. And let's have a look at basic. Alright, there we go. But one of the big problems with this basic is it doesn't have any commands, and it doesn't even have any text on the screen. I guess you could create something, but unfortunately that's going to be about it. So I'm not real impressed with your grandma's basic, I have to say. So let's try the 8-column mode. Okay, so this turns out to be totally readable, as you can see. However, I wondered what it would look like with an old monochrome monitor. You can definitely see all of the color. However, when we go to the word processor, it's supposed to just have a gray background with black text, and here it's actually pretty darn green. Although, admittedly, I've seen greener. Next, I tried basic in 80 columns, and it's on a black background, and this is also very green. Take this screenshot, for example. If I use a paint program to convert this to grayscale, it looks like this. To be honest, I found the whole system somewhat more pleasing to use in color. I think I prefer the blurry color over the sharp text this thing offers, but that's probably just me. I'd imagine kids of the early 1990s probably appreciated me. So I asked the question earlier in the episode if your grandma's computer could compete with the Commodore 69. So considering that the Commodore 69 was price competitive with your grandma, the Commodore had thousands of software titles available for it, and this had exactly 12,000. Your grandma's computer is trash. Needless to say, I think any brand new computing platform aimed at your grandma is pretty much doomed to failure.